when you get there. The General Store on 24 is located on Route 24 in Lewis.
Headlines you can't get through your day without. On Power 101.7.
All right, Jess, what you got?
All right, so President Biden signed the Inflation Reduction Act in a White House ceremony yesterday, sweeping climate, healthcare, and tax laws, passing the congressional Democrats in a party line vote that was a major victory for the president. The $750 billion law does include the largest ever federal effort on climate change. It lets Medicare negotiate what it pays for drugs. It caps out-of-pocket drug costs for seniors on Medicare to $2,000 a year, and it also extends expiring subsidies that help 13 million people afford health insurance. It raises corporate taxes by imposing a 15% minimum tax on corporations with yearly profits of over $1 billion and a 1% tax on companies that repurchase their own stock. Those provisions and other means that this entire package is going to be paid for with about $300 billion extra to use for deficit reduction. So Biden signs the Inflation Reduction Act and also the sweeping climate, healthcare, and tax measure.
Okay.
First Lady Jill Biden tested positive for COVID-19 after experiencing mild symptoms. The White House made the announcement yesterday after she first began having symptoms on Monday. President Biden continues to test negative after his recent COVID bout. The Bidens have been vacationing in South Carolina since August the 10th. The 71-year-old First Lady is fully vaccinated and double boosted and has been prescribed the antiviral drug Paxlovid. She will isolate at the vacation home for at least 5 days, and her communications director said that Jill Biden will return home after she receives 2 negative COVID tests. So that's your update on that. Now, about 208,000 people who borrowed money to attend the ITT Technical Institute, this was making the headlines, their student loans will be forgiven by the U.S. Department of Education. The for-profit college was misled and was misleading students with false claims about the value of their degree programs. They did shut down in 2016. Another 130,000 of its former students have already had their loans forgiven. Workers at an Amazon air cargo facility in California, they walked off their jobs this week. They are demanding higher wages and better working conditions. The facility is in San Bernardino County. It's one of the largest air hubs that the company uses to distribute all orders coming out of Amazon. It's one of the biggest ones. The company and its employees differ on how many workers walked away, but they are demanding an increase. Their base pay starts at $17 an hour. They are asking for $22 an hour plus some relief on what they call suffocating temperatures inside the facility. Amazon is the largest employer in the Southern California region.
We had suffocating temperatures in the studio the other day.
Oh, my gosh.
It's better today.
Stop it. Now, Bill's exaggerating, by the way.
I'm not.
Bill is exaggerating.
But all we did was start. No. I'm not. And I got our owner and we turned the temperature down and then we were all good to go. Not like, walking out on the job type thing, like we love our job and not like,
oh my God.
but
he walked out of his room.
Yeah, we did have suffocating right temperatures.
He walked out of this room.
And Jessica has her hoodie on.
I do. It was not as bad as Bill's describing.
It was worse than I'm describing. Just FYI.
It wasn't.
It was.
And I feel good.
Yeah, well, good. Stay over there and suffocate.
Will you take advantage of Maryland tax-free week? Because that's going on right now.
Yeah, we may. It
takes place until the 20th. All right, so
3 more days.
Marylanders, Delawareans, everybody's going to take a chance to save money on back-to-school supplies and all their back-to-school clothing that they need. It's going to be the busiest week of the entire season, but it's Maryland tax-free week, so why not take advantage of it? Okay?
Yeah, Saturday, my wife might do a little school shopping.
Okay.
So take advantage of that.
Yes. And then the Maryland State Police are searching for the vehicle and the driver that they say is to be believed to be involved in an early morning fatal hit-and-run crash. A video surveillance right now shows the crash happened at 3:41 a.m. on Tuesday. Preliminary investigation has revealed that the victim has now been identified as 29-year-old Colin Lynn of Lewis. He was operating an Apollo motorized scooter and was trying to cross the northbound lanes of Route 13 from a center median crossover near Oliphant Street. Now, the investigators say that they believe that Lynn was traveling into the lane number 3, where he was hit by a commercial vehicle. And the police say that the video of the truck appeared to be traveling northbound in lane 3, and the video identifies it as a blue truck with a sleeper berth and a white stripe down the side. So troopers with the Maryland State Police Salisbury Barrack responded to the scene, and anyone with any information at all is please asked to call the Salisbury Barrack at 410-749-3101 or the MSP crash team at 410-819-4721.
All right, couple things real quick that I had 19 hours ago on Eastern Shore Undercover. Speaking of, hit and run and all that accident, there was a hit and run at the Rite Aid and Route 50 in West Ocean City yesterday.
Gosh.
Maryland State Police responding to the Rite Aid on Route 50 for a hit and run motor vehicle crash. That's all the details I have. And that's coming from Eastern Shore Undercover,
Okay.
but yet another hit and run.
Yeah,
What the hell's going on
I
here?
know.
So that's, again, from Eastern Shore Undercover. Also, we talked about it a little bit ago, and I know you'll have more coming up in sports, Jess, but got a shout out to Del Mar Little League girls softball.
Yes.
They returned home yesterday. We'll get into, that story coming up with sports.
Yep.
But shout out to the girls. Welcome home.
Yeah.
We're with you. We
You did a
support
great
you. You did a
job.
great job. Yeah, we'll go ahead and talk
So
about
proud.
that. And then also want to mention this, talked about it yesterday, shared it all over our social medias, but Sweet Shack in Ocean Pines.
Yeah.
Sweet Shack in Ocean Pines is donating 100% of profits from the Do It for Gavin Sunday to the Nutt family. They have a special Sunday that you can go order,
Yeah.
and 100% is going to the Nutt family. Okay, and this is for Gavin, who was fatally hit, in the Worcester County, West Ocean City, Berlin
So
area.
tragic.
Very, very sad. But come out and support the great family. Try the Sunday in honor of Gavin. They're going to keep the Sundays in stock until justice for Gavin is served. But it's the Do It for Gavin Sunday. It's coconut ice cream, strawberry topping, gummy sea life, whipped cream, and a cherry. So get on out there and support
Nice.
Sweet Shack. It's a great business in Ocean Pines. So it's one of my son's faves.
wonderful.
So there you go. 6:49. It's a Bill and Jessica show. Yeah, we have sports coming up next. Right after Charlie XCX. It's called